Welcome to John O. Glenn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Houston's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance, so I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Otis. Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because he's thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Finds his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! A great catch and run for 6.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So Georgia Southern's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
Turning on the Jets, the 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, why have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now.
Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Fitted in the window for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Pucks it out of the air. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback in.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Anderson will throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the O? The Houston offense comes onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A strike downfield. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
27. Good enough for 1st down.
This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again.
Black 24. Black 24. Cricket.
To the air on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the 1st.
29 Philly.
Motion from the wideout. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Quick spin on the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 4 over Louisville. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew.
There he goes. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed.
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
To throw, it's Otis. The throw to the outside is complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Otis. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls and fires complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Georgia Southern, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Anderson will throw. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 6 over NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Snagged out of the air. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Another first down.
Looking for a man. It's Otis. It's complete on the right side. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
First down for the offense. Number 11 on the field goal.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Houston.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that we can win this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The gift to the tailback. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Anderson wants to throw. Working on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Tackle on the play.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll run play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Motion from the back. From the gun, the ground game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Otis. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get some positive.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, This guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Had those stats, young fella.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback, and gain a couple of yards.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Otis. He's got his man, makes the grab. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off to stop the threat.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that 1st down. He does.
Running room in the middle. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Eagles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the missed connection on third down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field.
Number 91 in punt formation to kick it away.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that...
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Anderson will throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They go to the ground. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Right on the money. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on third down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So we open the final period with a third down play. Corner's going to give them room. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. A run for the quarterback. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big-time moment. I got to get my offense the football.
Down the seam on the back. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Houston is moving it quickly down the field.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On the run, it's Rodgers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll pull it on the read. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Georgia Southern in a hurry.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there. Here comes the Houston offense once again. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Otis. Grabbed in the middle, it's Young. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Pulls it in. It's Butler. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Anderson wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
On the play. Third down coming.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. These corners backing off a bit. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. You don't want to get carried away. It's still early, but that was an impressive performance to go to 3-0. What do you think? How good is this team, David?
Love when you say you don't want to get carried away. But, you know why you say but? Because we're going to get carried away. Great start. This is what we do. We're going to react to what we see, and 3-0 is exactly how you draw it up. You build momentum, you start to build confidence, and you start to look like a team, Jesse, that might could do some damage later on in the postseason.
So, can they drown out the noise? Can they not pay attention to what we're talking about and how good we think they are and just keep that workman-like mentality each and every week? Lunch pail, show up, blue collar, get the job done. This team has a lot of talent. If they can drown out the noise, watch out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese David.